Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway on a Monday night. Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
1-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. The screen pass here to Cohen. And some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
He was brought down by Vaughn Miller.
On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Shaquill Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Broncos' 31-yard line.
Draw play, Cohen. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Tariq Cohen, the ball.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
First down, a run with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
The ball carrier.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he loses the football a second time. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This is Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jarrell Casey drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
4th down.
Mayfield on play action. And Robinson with a big catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. On first down, it's Patterson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A first throw for the backup Foles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Patterson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Foles. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Foles. He completes it to Bryant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Patterson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Pinheiro on for the field.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Hill going to try and run with it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge game, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing in a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Isaac Yedem picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And goal at the
so it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Sony Michel as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
And the half will begin with a touchback. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On play action, Locke. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, it's Locke.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On third and long, it's Locke.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Draymond Jones just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Foles. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Michel. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And it's Michel once again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Michel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Denver.
They'll try the air now with Hill. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. the gun. Here's Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
14.
From 13 yards out. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard.
Patterson on the draw play. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And the Broncos first down.
Off of play action, Hill. His throw incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
On the ground, this is Michel. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Stopped short of the
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
And they will run it with Michel. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Sony Michel ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Bears.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. On play action, they'll throw. Going for the deep ball. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And that'll set them back 5. The gun with Michel. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 19-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down, Denver.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he rifles one incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, first and goal. Back to throw, Hill. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Sony Michel.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play. For here for the guys on the field now is they're hoping to secure that roster spot. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Here's Patterson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
At the 5-yard line.
Patterson on the carry. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the 4th quarter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's complete. Okui-Bunam. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Hill. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Bears' 11-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Block. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Score, Broncos.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.